So we're here with our favorite agitator and protester, Jose Vega, and he says, my friends and I visited AOC in her Bronx office to tell her we don't want more warmongers in Congress. She endorsed Biden the same day he sent cluster bombs to Ukraine. She is weak-willed, spineless, phony, and an upholder of the war establishment. So we got her a gift. She's a war pig. To see people like progressive, so-called progressive, they're not. If you vote for the Ukraine war, you're not a progressive. That you're out of the club. You're no longer part of the progressive
Jim Gaffigan's
club.
Forgivable compared to AOC.
That's right. Bernie Sanders, you're out of the club. You're a fucking pro-war pig to the nth. And so they went to her office, and let's watch the video.
Hi everyone, my Twitter friends and followers, you already know the deal. We're back at it again. We got the posters printed and we decided to visit our favorite Congresswoman, AOC, who relocated her office just down the block from where I live. I'm a proud Bronx resident and we actually wanted to deliver both a gift for her, one of the posters, because we believe that this perfectly encapsulates what her position in Congress has become, establishment. And we were going to deliver a message, if not to her staff. I'm sure she's probably not here herself physically, but I'm sure her staff is in there, and we've rung the bell 3 times now to get in. They have a little camera thing here, so I'm sure they don't want to let us in, and you know, maybe that's a little embarrassing for them. The message we were going to deliver to the staff for AOC is that every single person that's standing behind me here and the person behind the camera once believed in AOC as an anti-establishment figure. Okay, we once believed that she would stand up against cluster bombs being sent to another country. We once believed that she would be an anti-war congressperson. And now she endorsed Biden on the same day that he announced he was going to send cluster bombs to Ukraine. So, to commemorate our coming here and not, you know, being able to deliver our gift, we're actually going to leave her a gift. So, we're going to do 2 gifts here.
Did you guys take a shit right out in front of her door? What did you guys do?
We're going to do everything on this. So, we'll just, you know.
Ah, nice. Ah, make one that says war pig. I like calling them war pigs.
Make her a fancy ball gown that says war pig.
Yeah, put war pig on the back of her gown. Oh, we should do that as a t-shirt.
Sides. Put one.
Let's do that. Oh, that'd make a great t-shirt. So now you are these posters for sale, Jose?
These posters are certainly for sale, actually. I just did like a shipment of them today. If you do want them on a t-shirt, buy them. I also have to give shout out to the guy who made it. His name is Greg. He's Big Mad Crab on Twitter.
Oh, that's who that is? Okay.
Yeah. He made this poster. And, you know, I have to give him credit. It was really a great design. We wanted to do something that took the Obama Hope image.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then invert it. I like the war pig idea, too. I think that's good. You know, if you have an idea for somebody we could put up here with the words paz, which is the Spanish word for peace, I would also like that too, you know, an inversion of that.
Yeah.
But my friend had branded these as war posters for peace. So if you buy one, by the way, these do support the rally also. The Etsy link is on my Twitter page, at HoseBTrigger on Twitter.
Oh, so okay. If you go to your Twitter page, you can click a link and you can get that poster.
You know why I like it? It shows women can do anything men can do.
That's what I like about it too. Yeah, women can do. Women can slaughter and murder people for profit.
Sometimes better.
I would say. Boy, remember when they used to say that if women ruled the world, there wouldn't be any wars? Every woman who ever became a leader of a country started a fucking war.
Yeah, well, I think they thought that because they didn't have the camaraderie to form a standing army, but they don't.
But that is true. And I just want to also, so that was, is there any more to this video? Should I play more of it? Let's see.
There's a little more. You'll see, I urge people to.
You should point to the address so anybody in the area.
So, you know, that's good enough. So people should come and talk to their congressperson or their staff and let them know how they feel about the Ukrainian war. Let them know how they feel about cluster bombs and demand that AOC either fight for us or get the hell out of our way. And that's what we're here to do and send the message. So stay tuned.
Do you think anybody actually works in that office and it's not just rent? I mean, I'm getting the feel it's like some kind of shell thing.
Right.
That's where, yeah, they're all out making tax the rich gowns. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, like what work is she doing for that district? I've never heard of anything. Have you?
No. What do people do? So what do people think of her in that district, Jose? Now, you live right down the block from there. I mean, I know you probably have a different circle of friends, but what do you think?
Well, actually, when I went to one of her town halls, they barred me from going in, but I waited in that long line and I saw there was a long line of people wanting to get in. First thing I did was started asking people like, so why are you here? Like, are you an AOC supporter? I wasn't trying to be a smartass or anything. And the woman I was speaking to, I spoke to a couple different people, mostly people from the neighborhood who said, look, our neighborhood is dirty. We haven't seen any improvements. And we're not really, because I started talking about Nord Stream and stuff. She didn't know anything about that. She just said, look, our neighborhood is dirty. There's a bunch of rats everywhere and trash everywhere. This woman supposedly was going to clean it up. I'm here to see if she's going to actually like say something about this or not. And so it made me realize like, yeah, like it's just ordinary common folk. This is a really poor district of the Bronx. People don't really care about geopolitics. They should. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but they do. They don't. And they just care about their neighborhoods. And she was also telling me like, I also don't like the fact that they're pushing the transgender stuff in my daughter's school. My daughter's only 7, and she brought home like this flag and like something about transgender.
A 7-year-old?
Yeah.
7?
Yeah.
But you remember? Yeah. I remember this very vividly when because I was very pro gay marriage. I had all jokes about it.
Me too.
Okay, and all the crazy ass Republicans that said if this happens, then they're gonna start pushing it on 7-year-olds. I was like, shut up! No, they won't. Remember Russia?
But I think that there is fractions now inside the LGBTQ
just because it's not
community.
It's like POC and BIPOC. They're not really a coherent unity. It never was. It's just something designed for the moment for somebody to grab some kind of power, and they're not really aligned, their interests, all of them. That's too big. That flag don't have no more room on it. I hope aliens aren't real because there's no room for
that. Well, so people are down on AOC in the Bronx. So she's vulnerable, I think, if someone actually ran against her that, wasn't a mental case.
Well, I do want to respond to that because people have been asking me to run against her or run for Congress in general. And there's 2 things I want to say to that. One is, if you mean what you say about that, help me build this rally. Because if I can't build this rally, how the hell am I supposed to build a congressional campaign? The second thing I want to say to that is, I'm a genuine believer that, yes, while politicians are capable of doing good things, one of my favorite congressmen of all time is Reverend Adam Clayton Powell Jr., I do believe that the action of people is much stronger. And you can have a couple of candidates back in that, of course. I support Diane Sayre. She's running for U.S. Senate again. She ran against Chucky Schumer, Chucky the Shoe, as you like to call him, and now she's running against Kirsten Gillibrand, of course, as a independent. That's what we do here. We don't believe in the 2-party duopoly. And I think the Bronx is ready for a real change, a change they can actually believe in. And I genuinely believe if people help me build this rally, they'll see that the power of independence is real, and they will believe in the third force. Okay, not a 2-party system.
No, you're talking about this rally. This rally, which is August 6th at the UN, Humanity for Peace. It's a peace rally opposing the Ukrainian war and all military imperialism by the United States, but especially the Ukraine war. And there'll be a lot of great speakers there. You can help support it. Go to what's the website?
Givebutter.com/Humanity for Peace. I also just posted it on my Twitter too, so if people want to go to my Twitter and get on that link. Also, okay. I've also been spamming it in the chat under my channel, Declaring Independence. So
Well, great work with the AOC. That was fantastic.
I have a question. Jose, do you know, you said that woman said to you about there's rats everywhere and they're not doing anything in the district. Did the guy before AOC, was he any
Crowley?
better? Yeah, was he any better? Like, has it degraded since him? Because, or was he basically saying he didn't do anything and that's how they got her in and him out?
Yeah, my understanding about Joe Crowley was he had a similar kind of like, he got in there when he was youngish, progressive, feisty, we're going to change the system. And then he just basically, was a bench warmer. He just kept the seat warm, never did anything for people. And look, it's Hunts Point. This is Hunts Point. Hunts Point has a lot of history. It is one of the poorest districts here in New York City, next to Brownsville, Brooklyn. I happen to live just a few blocks away from it. I know the people here. People here have just given up. And so to answer your question, yeah, the last guy was probably worse. Wow. AOC, probably just as bad. And that's why people who talk about local organizing and community politics give people a reason to be hopeful. And, that's why I'm doing this rally, because there are people in the Bronx who tell me, well, you're just a kid from the Bronx. You're damn right I am. And I'm pulling together this rally with the help of people like Anastasia Battle and others. And Diane's there, who's been promoting this on her show, too. And,
you're just a kid from the Bronx as opposed to AOC, who was knighted royalty from day one. Oh,
she's not from the Bronx, right?
That's right. Didn't she claim she was a bartender? And then she became one of the most powerful people in the world. I guess that can happen for certain people. If you're willing to serve the establishment, it's okay if you're a bartender. But if you're not willing to serve establishment, then you don't have the credentials.
Be the top cardiologist in the world. Is Hunts Point? Is that Hookers at the Point? The HBO documentary? Is that what that is? Was that what that was filmed? Is that what they mean by
I don't know. I know there were a lot of strip clubs here in Hunts Point that have been shut down, and I know there's been efforts to turn them into something more productive for the community.
OnlyFans? No, I'm joking. Well, I don't, man. I think if you really focus on people's local stuff like that, that woman saying like it's still dirty here, we got rats. Like, I don't think that pops into people's heads a lot when they talk about AOC at all. Certainly not on national news
at all.
Oh, I just confirmed. Yes, that is Hookers at the Point. That is about Hunts Point here in the Bronx. Yes.
Wow. So for this whole time, nobody's done anything. Wow. I mean, except Jose did. I guess.
Okay, Jose Vega. You see him August 6th at his Humanity for Peace rally at the UN.
Yeah, and I'm serious. Kurt, send something in to Steph, Jimmy, and Mishka. Please make a skit about something. I don't know. Your skits are funny, so
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll do what we can. All right, thanks for coming on, pal. We'll talk to you soon. Come see our live shows. We're going to be in Chicago, Rosemont, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, New York City, Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Stamford, Toronto, Toledo, Detroit, St. Louis, and more. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for those tickets.